Hello, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. So back with a video today. Sorry it's a little bit later than the others. I did want to get it up for Sunday, but I got very distracted yesterday by an online auction. So yeah, ended up not having time to film. So I'm doing it today, which is Monday, and it should go up today as well. So I've got a couple of videos I want to do this week. So hopefully later in the week there'll be another video as well. What I want to try and do is make sure I've got a video up on a Sunday and then maybe on a Wednesday, so that there's more content for you. I just want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed. I've definitely seen an increase in the subscribers, so that's brilliant. Thank you so much. I do really appreciate it. I'm really enjoying making content at the moment, and I'd love to be able to do more. So obviously the more subs I get, the better really, because it'll push me out there even more of you all get to see, and also obviously it does help, you know, me to be able to create more. So today I'm going to do a plan with me. It's more of a setup really, kind of like, so a bit more like content I used to do, but obviously it's got a fountain pen focus because there is fountain pens and inks used, and also along with this I've had a couple of subscription kits that have come in that are just decorative ones, so I thought I'd do a little haul of those as well, so you can see what kind of things I'm using decoratively. So let's look at the sub kits first, and then we'll get on, and we'll have a chat about this as well, because I think I am going to be making some changes, but we'll chat about that when I come to set it up and I can show you properly. So I've got two sub kits I want to show. So the first one is from a lovely shop that is one of my utmost favourites. So this is from the lovely Arlene at Kolourcafe, and I absolutely love her stuff. Her sub kits are just to die for. From last month she started, now it used to come with papers and kind of an acetate and kind of like a vellum, but now she sends you different prints each month, and also another freebie that kind of like you can print yourself if you want to, and then the actual sub stickers comes in this a lovely little folder, which is just amazing. And at the moment as well, every month you get in another little sticker. So just bring him up so you can see. This is the March sub, so this is themed for March and set up for March. And then I do believe if you collect a certain amount of these and show evidence, you get some kind of I don't know if it's a discount or some kind of goodies with it, but they're like a reward card. So yeah, so cute. I've actually got the so I didn't realise that one, the first one I had. So the January one, I've actually got in my planner, but these I will put in my planner. I can send you a photo of them. So yeah, so this is the March kit. So obviously, if you haven't received yours yet and you're waiting and you don't want to see, pop off now and fast forward a little bit, because I am going to be showing spoilers, obviously, because I'm going to show you the kit. So let me pull this out. So you get a larger die cut sticker every month, which kind of goes with the theme. So this month is This Is My Happy Moment, and the colours are just beautiful, and Arlene's foiling is just amazing. I do believe there's more foiling on these kits than there used to be. I don't know if I'm dreaming that or whether she's just started adding more foiling, but yeah, definitely gorgeous. So that's that. So I'll just show you a sheet at a time. So I'll put it here and then I'll bring it up. Or actually, let's come in a little bit so you can see it a bit better. There we go. I'm trialing with a new camera, so between myself and my hubby, because hubby's a photography nut, we have got a number of different cameras, so we're just trying different ones for filming, just to see what will be the easiest to use for kind of like, you know, vlog filming and kind of this, you know, top down layout, flat lay kind of filming. So let me know what you think, if there's any specific, if you prefer this or like previous one, and so let me know. So yeah, so this is the first one. Absolutely gorgeous. Talking of cameras, looks very similar to the one I'm using, just not pink. Love these scenes, and obviously colours are just brilliant for spring. So you do get a really nice mix with these. It's generally around the same kind of theme and a similar palette, but there are some differences, which I think is really nice, because it is nice to have matchy, but it's also kind of nice to have some other things. So like we've got a bunny kind of creeping in there for Easter, but it's not full on Easter vibes, which sometimes I think can be a bit too much with the sub kit. These, I believe, I think it comes to about £25, roughly 25.50, I think it is per month, with shipping. And she's UK based, but she does ship over seas, obviously. I'm not sure if she's shipping to Europe at the moment with all the issues with the regulations for Europe or not, but that's something you can check with her. She's on Etsy. If you just search Kolourcafe, you'll find that she has lots of really lovely stuff. So I'll keep those to last. I'll show you all the deco ones first. There's that one. And what I really like as well, in addition, kind of like these little quote type things that are being added in, and I just think they're just so pretty, and they really add to a journaling spread. And then here we go, the last one. And you've got the sticker that matches, like the bigger sticker that I cut to start with. So as you can see, it's a very kind of cohesive. It all works really well together, but this would do a number of different spreads, and certainly more than enough here for a whole month, I'd say. And then what you also get is you get this one, which has got the March sticker on. You've got a calendar, a couple of calendars, one foiled and one of those. These I use so much. These I don't tend to use so much, just because I struggle a bit because of how small they are, because my eyes aren't great. So I don't tend to use these just because I can't see them that well, but that's just a me thing. That's not anything that's wrong with them. And then you get some other little stickers. There are some missing here. I guess these must have just been a bit of a glitch where they've come off on one of the other stickers, or when she was sorting them, but I don't mind, because again, I don't use these hugely, but that's never happened before. So, but it's not something I'm going to I'm not concerned about. And then each month as well, you get five, I can't count, 5 weeks worth of day covers. I do use these. I love these in my vertical and for journaling. And then the 1 through 31 numbers, some ticks, and then a little bit just kind of like boxes. So obviously it's a very decorative kit, but you've got these lovely kind of functional bits and pieces that go with it as well. So that's Kolourcafe's March subscription. I think so. Quite often, if they're available ready for the next month for you to buy, but also she puts extras up. So kind of like if it's already March, and obviously these have been sent out, but you can go on and have a look, and when she's got any extras, she'll put them up and you can buy them as a one-off. You can also buy this sub as a 6 months. You can buy 6 months in one go, which I did do. When I was made redundant at the end of the year, I bought 6 months with some of my redundancy money, because then I knew regardless I'd have these coming in. It'd be a really nice surprise that I didn't have to think about budgeting for 6 months. So yeah, so I've got the 6 months sub at the minute. I think this is my 3rd or 4th one. Yeah, I think I had December, so I've got 2 more to come before I have to think about kind of budgeting and paying for them. And it does work out ever so slightly cheap if you do that right, the 6 or the 12. So yeah, so that's Kolourcafe. That's the shop spell, but obviously I will link it below as well. So, but it's just lots of beautiful things, particularly if you like your traveller's notebooks. You've got a lot of pouches and things like that as well, which are really beautiful. So yeah, so that's that one. And the other one is only coming today. So this one is actually an international one. I think, what do I want to say? Let me just zoom out a bit more slightly with this. I can't get to the button, bear with me. There we go. Faded Chronicles. I want to say they're in Canada, but if I'm wrong, I apologise hugely. I could never remember who's in Canada or not. I'm presuming Canada because it comes really quickly once it's shipped. Again, this is a sub kit. You can sign up for this, continue so it automatically goes, or you can buy them. You can go in and buy each one per month. I intended to go in and sign up when I ordered this one, and then clicked the wrong button, so I've realised I've got to go back in and sign for the continual. But again, that's totally fine. So these are slightly different. So each month, depending on what you pick. So this, I believe, is the Hobonichi Weeks size sub, and there's different ones with size. I think there's one with a cousin kind of sized version. But these are kind of aimed, but because I just use them decoratively and in journals, this does me because they're fairly small. So yes, that's this one. So again, this is March. So there is a little bit of Easter, but again, not full on bunnies and Easter eggs and things like that. So now with these ones as well, with this particular sub, I'm trying to, can't think exactly how much it works out to. Kind of want to say around between 25 and 30, but I don't know off the top of my head. But again, that's something I will link all the details below anyway. So with this one, each month you get like a stationery surprise as well. This month it's these. They're lovely little memo cards. Last month it was a gorgeous pencil board in kind of like a standard size, which I use all the time. It's gorgeous. If it appears as I'm, I think it might be in this planner, so I'll give that a shout. But yeah, these are just lovely little memo cards. I think there's 35 in here. I think I'm going to use these for ink swatches. It's a lovely thick card. And they're just lovely. I guess you could write a little message on them for a friend on the back, or as a gift card, or pop them into some pen pal mail, or just put little things on and pop them in your journal. Do little tiny kind of junk spread on there with some photos maybe. Lots of different uses. Lovely thick textured card. So yeah, very happy with those. Very sweet. And yeah, different. I've not had anything like that before, so very happy. Okay, so again, each month we get kind of like a little themed card. Let me come in a little bit. There we go. This is lovely. Again, this does have very spring colours. We do have a little cheeky bunny, so a little bit Eastery, but he's very sweet. And teacups. I just love anything that's kind of afternoon tea kind of themed. So really lovely. And then on the back, just a thank you card with all the details. So I'll leave it there if you need to screenshot and have a look. But like I say, I will put this down below. So it's really pretty. Again, you get kind of like, make sure I get it the right way up. I could not work that out then. You get like a die cut vinyl thicker sticker with the theme. So again, very similar. I think Sterling Ink do similar with their subs as well. Really pretty. Again, teacups and spring flowers, some letters, which is just really sweet. And then again, so the sticker. So again, these are, as I mentioned, Hobonichi Weeks kind of sized, but you know, I'll use them in my journals. But I just thought this is the nicest. Do I need, will it look better on there? Let's have a look. Is the colours a little bit better on there? Rather than with the wood grain behind it, I'll pop it on there. It'd be better with white. I haven't got, I'm a fibber. I'm a great fibber, bear with me. I have my white Aura Style right here. So, is that better? Just have to ignore the other little, that's from Sunshine Lane, little typewriter sticker on the back. So this is a B6 size book, so you give you an idea of the height. So B6 height. So there we go, that's a little bit better. So yeah, so these are obviously some washi strips and some quotes. And then there is a sheet with some kind of like images, but also some photo boxes as well, which is very cute. I feel like I've got that upside down, but it's not. It's just, I think, the way I'm looking at it. Really nice, love the mix. Then again, we've got some little reminder boxes there and some headers. And these are better because I can actually see them. These I can't see quite so clearly, but I'm sure people with better eyesight than me will be able to see them really well. I think there's a knife and fork, glasses, I think that's a computer, balloons, dustbin, planner, and like a pin. So yeah, they're quite nice. Some more of these box images. Oh, and these are all, and on the Kolourcafe one as well, they're all in a washi paper, so they are really, really thin. Don't bulk up your journal or your planner. Some more, I love these kind of boxes with kind of layered, and the quotes and the writing, very much my kind of style. Very much. All the kind of thing I like to use. And then we've got some wider, thicker washi. So these I would use kind of like on an edge or in a monthly across an edge. These fit really nicely in my A5 actually, across the bottom. So I'll probably set up my March monthly with these. So again, longer strips. So I've got actually a clip like that, so that's really cool. Love that. Again, I love the mix, how it's all really cohesive, but again, not overly matchy, just colours and quotes. You can very much see my aesthetic from kind of like these things. Again, the teacups. And these, quite vintagey looking, a lot of these. And then you've got some really big pieces, which are really nice to put in kind of the middle of a journaling page. It'd look beautiful like that, wouldn't it? But again, I use these on my setup. Love anything that's got glasses in as well as a glasses wearer. I'd love to see that. Then we've got this one, which is kind of like scraps and washi edges and things that you can use randomly. The bunny snuck in. He's so cute, but again, not overly in your face. A couple of marches for your setup, which is great. Then you've got just some individual deco pieces. Love the TN, just beautiful and just gorgeous. The watercolor palette and the bird, and I love it as well when you get these the numbers for like chapter 3 or the 3rd month or what have you. And then again, you get some really nice functional. So you get 2 big calendars for March. What I love with this is there's a Monday start and a Sunday start, so whatever your preference is, you can use, and then you've always got a spare if you don't mind just trying to remember that it's the other way around. But love that. And then also you get this, which has got the day and the date for each one, and then you've got extra numbers at the bottom as well, and a notes. So I love using these for my journaling. You will see as I'm doing different setups how we use these. I'll probably use these more with what I'm planning to change, which I'll explain when I come to do that. So that's it. That's my little haul and the 2 subs. I do also have Little Bloom Papery sub that comes in. I have already had the March one actually, and I should have included it. It may actually be in that folder. If it is, I will probably be using it actually, so because I haven't actually chose what I'm going to use. So you'll see some Little Bloom stuff in a minute anyway. So her subs are just amazing. Just like these. Do you know what? I'm just going to leave those and do them later, because otherwise it'll be ages trying to get. No, I'll do it now. So yeah. Okay, so let's set up this week. Quick sip of my tea. Lemon and matcha, really nice. Why don't herbal type teas or kind of like these kind of tea bags ever taste as good as they smell? It's very nice, nothing wrong with it. It doesn't taste as good as it smells at all. So, okay, so let's go. Let's flick my page holder. Okay. So this is the book I'm using at the moment for my weekly kind of setups. So I do use two. I have shown them previously if you want to go back to my last couple of videos, and it will give you an idea. So this is my twines and paper. Now I absolutely adore it. It's the hybrid setup, so you get two versions per week. So you get the horizontal, which is very like a large week's, and then you get a vertical as well. And then at the start of each month, you've kind of got a blank page, an overview page, you've got your monthly, and then you go into your vertical and your horizontal, and then your vertical for each month. And I absolutely, and then at the back, for those of you that haven't seen, you've got all your blank pages as well. I absolutely love the concept of this planner. It's beautiful. It's totally my aesthetic with the cover and the bits that are at the front, and I adore it. However, the more I've used it, the more it is driving me insane for one reason. And you can probably see very clearly, especially if you, obviously, I would imagine you're more fountain pen fans. Look at the bleed. Now, what is particularly annoying with this is it is Tomorrow River paper, Sansen, so the new paper for this year, which I'm sure most of you know that Hobonichi you've had issues with, and Sterling Ink and another, a number of other. Obviously, it's affecting these books as well. Now, this is all the same ink, same pen, so it's the same width nib. It's exactly the same ink. Half of the page doesn't bleed. Yes, it ghosts, but Tomorrow River paper, I don't care about ghosting. I actually quite like it. This bleeding is driving me absolutely up the wall. So just to kind of show you, the way I kind of like to do it is I like to put on the horizontal a quote, and then these are all prompts that I use that I provide to my patron. So, I do them on my Patreon, provide them for everybody, but obviously I like to do them myself. I just need to finish up from yesterday. So that's kind of what I like to do. And then I keep track of what I'm waiting for, things that I've ordered. And I just love how this looks, and use this to journal across, and I can use different inks. You can see there's a huge bleed through from the other side. Absolutely massive. And then this and here, you can see where that's bled through from the other page as well. So when I've written over it, it's not quite as bad, but it's still really annoying. You can see all the bleed through here. And then this is I kind of like journal about my day, so I'm just going to cover that up because I think there's a little bit more personal there. And you can see where it's bled through here from the previous page, and it's just, oh, it's so irritating. And like, as I say, we've got the same pen and ink there. Half the page hasn't, half the page has. So that's my bugbear with this. And I've persevered and persevered because it's been going on, but it's getting worse the further I'm getting into the book. And I kept saying, doesn't bother me, it's fine. I think I've said that in other videos. It really is bothering me because this is just spoiling it. And I really enjoy using the inks and the pens that I want to use. So in this one at the moment, I have got a B6 that I bought last year that I just wanted to, because I was using this in a standard size. So this is the Lauren Phelps Designs Live Plan Dream. It's just a plain notebook. This is the B6 size. And this, absolutely, same pen, same ink that's in my other book. Let me see if I can just... So you can see here, these are all what I've got inked at the minute and what ink I've got in them. And I'll just cover that at the top. You don't need to know any of that or that. But you can see no bleed through. Yes, ghosting, no bleed through, same pens. This paper is the Tomorrow Paper Sanson that was like last year's, as it were, the older stock. No issues whatsoever. So what I decided to do is I've ordered this in, because I like to use this just for bits and pieces. I have got my really chunky one as well, which I've shown in other videos, so I'm using that. The paper in that is okay as well. Don't seem to be any issues. I just decided I wanted to have a play with this one because I've still got it to use and like finish it up and, you know, all that kind of thing. That is just from like, oh, I haven't let it dry quick enough. So no issues there. But jabber jabber. So I ordered this in an A5 from Desi at Cute Stickers Only, who is also amazing. And I do have a discount code for there, which is Marie10, which will give you 10% off. That you can use. I'm not a PR for her, but I do love her shop, and she does give me a discount code because she knows I like to give her as much as push as I can. But again, I'll pop that down below. Anyway, so I've ordered the A5 version. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move. I've squashed my page now. I'm forever doing that. I'm terrible. Oh, that annoys me as well. But hey, I think I've decided that I'm going to move into the A5 version of the Lauren Phelps Live Plan Dream when that comes, which should probably be basically for next week. I'll be able to set that up, which start of March, so that'll be really cool. Just finish up February, which is literally the end this week, and I'm going to copy out into the Lauren Phelps. I'm going to use these layouts, so I'm still going to do the same layout. So I'm going to do the month at the start the same and write that out. I'm going to do this the same. The only other major thing that I'm going to have to copy, which is going to be a bit of a pain to do, but will be worth it when it's done, is I really love this year to review. So what I've been doing is each time I've journaled, the ink that I've used that day, I've just done a little swatch on the number, and I just think at the end of the year that will look brilliant. See all the different inks I've used. So I want to do that. So I will be copying. Actually, this is A5. Do you know what? Instead of wasting all of this and this, I can actually cut, I will cut these out. You can see I've got bleed there. It says it wrong. Yeah, because then it won't waste that one either. I'll take these out and I'll actually I'll stick these into the Lauren Phelps, and then it will give it a bit of protection as well. And yeah, it'll save wasting that. So there we go. Thinking out loud as I go. So yeah, so I'm going to copy this layout into the notebook and yeah, start there. So from March, I'm just going to move into a slightly different book, but the layout will be the same. Is basically the essence of what I was trying to say. So thank you if you've listened to all that rabbiting. So yeah, so let's pull you out a little bit, and then I'm going to pick a kit. So yeah, these are the again, that's the last month's Kolourcafe, and got the little fella on the back, and my Faded Chronicles ones in there as well, and some of the Kolourcafe bits and pieces. Tend to use Little Bloom, Aurora. I thought I'd put the March sub into here, but obviously I haven't, which isn't like me. I think what I might do is, this is Graceful Muse, which is another one that I tend to, at the minute I'm having this monthly. That may change again, just budget wise. I think I'll use this again just because I've used some of it before, and it's still kind of quite a bit February themed with the bits and pieces. So I'll just carry on and use this some more, because as you can see, there's still quite a lot of this this left. That's why I love sub kits, because you get so much stuff. Oh, look at those doves. You get so much, and then it just lasts. It lasts me for ages. I've got subs from like last year that I dip in and use, so yeah, it's great. So I'll use this, and it will match some of the other bits in there, and because there's some thicker pieces, then hopefully we can cover up. No, I don't think we're going to have any. Okay, let's not worry about that. So How is everybody? What are you using at the moment? Have lots of you had issues with the Tomoe River paper? A debacle nightmare that it has been. That has also prompted me. I've got a video coming up. I'm just waiting for some more bits and pieces to come through. So I have actually ordered. That's so pretty. Is that a split one or? Yeah. I have ordered some different papers. So I'd watched somebody journaling in an onion skin notebook on YouTube, and I absolutely I say that a lot, don't I? So I completely loved the way this notebook was kind of crinkling as she was turning the page and the texture of it. So I'm like, okay, so I'm going to have a look. So I've had a look for some different papers. So I've got some Cosmo paper coming. I've got onion skin. I've got some chiffon paper. And then I've got a mix of papers that I bought from Art from the Heart. And it's got 3 different kinds of Japanese washi paper. And they're all different textures. So what I've done is I've swatched my pens on them to show you kind of the differences, what bleeds, what doesn't. And I'll do some swatching and things with you, and I'll do that as a video when my other bits and pieces come through. And I've managed to get in D-Stash as well, I've got a couple of Hobonichi cousin sized notebooks, not the planner, the notebooks coming, and hopefully that'll show how good, because it's last year's stock, how good the paper actually was and isn't now. I know a lot of people are okay with it. I just wish, like I say, I haven't got a Hobo. I specifically didn't buy and looked for something different. Found this and fell in love with this layout. And I've had the same issue. So it started off perfectly fine. It was great. And then it just felt like from nowhere, just boom. Boom, boom. So, okay. So, got this, my handy dandy little folder with all my different bits and pieces. There's lots of things in here from different shops that I've had in different advents and things over the last couple of years. And then some custom scripts that I get from, so I get my custom scripts from Little Balloon Papery. Just love her pricing. I love her as a person. She's just brilliant. I just love her. She can take a while to ship. More recently she's been a lot quicker shipping than she was previous. She did have some issues before, and she's got a lot better. Actually I'll use these because they're pretty. Will I? No, because I'll use Tipp-Ex and I don't have any. No, it's fine. Ignore me. But yeah, and I've got a sub, and I just love her shop. She does 2 for 2 as well, and she changes that up. So I buy my scripts basically from Little Bloom and Cute Stickers Only, and these are all custom ones. So I like to have this one that says notes and quotes, which is kind of what I use over here for my journaling and adding quotes. So I get those made from both shops. I like to use both because they have different kind of fonts, and it's just nice to swap them in. These I adore from Little Bloom. They're little tiny days of the week. She does these in all different sizes, so you can get like a sheet this size with lots of different ones on. And I love these particularly for in here. And yes, we have got the days there, but I just like it to say the full day. And also I use kind of like this size when I'm adding my prompts. And I'm adding the days across. Wednesday, a Thursday. And these are on clear as well. I have them on clear matte, which I do like clear if I can get. I will have clear. I do prefer them if possible. Oh, just looking at that, it's really annoying me. So, if any of you have had any issues, thankfully I have got a 5-year that I bought again in a D-stash, and I know there were huge problems with the 5-year ones from Hobonichi, sorry. Mine was from last year, so it was okay. And I've just kind of obviously just redated the 1 year, so it starts 25. But I know a lot of people have had some issues there with those and with those. So have any of you had any issues? Have you managed to get Hobonichi to swap it? And your other planners as well, have you had like, have you used other things with Tomoe River paper that you've had issues with? Like I say, I know a lot of people have had issues with the sterling ink ones. And again, I'm not dissing any of the shops. It's totally not their fault. It's completely on the manufacturers, which to me is even more disgusting than anything, because I don't know. I think as well with Hobonichi as well, I think it's a case of like they don't necessarily care, because the majority of their users are like in Japan, obviously, and they're using gel pens. But I think there's even been some issues there, hasn't there, with gel pens and stuff. But for those like with that use fountain pens, you know, the reason I choose Tomoe River paper is because I love the paper, I love the texture of it, and I love how well it works with my pens. And it's so frustrating that, and you know, at the end of the day, these kind of things, they're not cheap, are they, guys? We put a lot of money, a lot of our hard-earned money into these things, and we're not getting the quality that, you know, we expect. Here we go. So I also have waiting on, which is just things that I've ordered and that I'm waiting to arrive. I don't tend to write down. It's just so I can keep track of what's still to come. I used to have a Happy Mail one as well that I'd do a separate list, but I just tick them off on there now. So I think that's it for my little stickers. So we'll just put some more pretties. So what have we got? Oh, that is gorgeous. Probably notice from a lot of my things, if something's got a cup, whether it's tea, coffee or hot chocolate or whatever in it, and then it's got books or planners or pens or ink near it, then I'll happily be wanting to use it. So there's generally no rhyme or reason to how I put things down. I just get the kit that I want to use. Oh, the set, why isn't this moving? Probably is that actually not cut? Oh. Well, that would be very unusual for Graceful Muse, wouldn't it? I'm sure that's me and not them. Yeah, definitely a me. Oh, surely that's a me. Oh, okay. It was a me. But I thought that was one big, but it's not. It's little kind of arrow sticker. So yeah, definitely a me. Apologies. Apologies. Right, we'll take this one then and put this at the bottom. I like to have a mix of deco and some edginy pieces and some florals. So yeah, so no rhyme or reason as to what I put where. Just kind of go with it. And the thing is, because these are also like so matched that, you know, they're kids, they're cohesive, they work together, that you can't really go wrong, to be honest. The only kind of way you're going to go vaguely wrong is just if you overload your page a bit, which is easily done once you start, because it's so many, you're like, I want to use that one, it's so pretty. I think as long as you just gentle in what you're using and don't, you know, overcrowd your page. Make sure you've got plenty of space left for your writing. But I think also when you've got a space, if you're a bit unsure, you've got a week where you're not sure if you're going to be able to fill it, it's nice to have the deco to kind of to fill it in. And what I tend to do is on these is just put a little bit, so if there's some small pieces of deco, like something like this, I always like to use little any kind of leaf bits and pieces. I really like these sort of things. I love to just put them kind of in between. Oh, somebody at my door. Yeah, it's okay. Just worried because I didn't know if my husband had heard. Waiting on Amazon, that should have been here hours ago. And then, you know, when it changes and it says now arriving, expecting at such and such. I think it's changed 3 times today. Surprisingly, no one off me. I've got some ink coming. And I also pinabled my other half as well, which the next video I'm doing is going to be showing my Jinho 10s, which I'm absolutely obsessed with at the minute. And hubby, who does like fountain pens, but he's not quite as into it as I am, but you know, steals mine. Or if there's ones that I don't want anymore, they go that way. So and then he uses my inks as well. Thank you. There we go, just arrived. So he knows I want to put one of those pens in a video, so he's brought that in for when I'm filming the next one. And he edits my videos, so he'll sort it in the edit anyway if it's if it's annoying. So yeah, I like to put kind of just something just to make it a bit more interesting between the edges and pages. So I'm going to leave that as it is now. So that all will do. Oh, that is driving me absolutely batty. Sorry, I know I'm going on, but that is really annoying me. But hopefully this will be the last week I've got that issue with. Then so again, I just then like to kind of match up the 2 spreads. So I just go over, and again, just randomly, because I never know what each day is going to hold, obviously. So I never know kind of how much space I'm definitely going to need for each day. So I try and leave space as I can, but I like to put some pretty bits in, and then I'll just write round it. It's fine. And what I always think is if there's anything I desperately need to journal about, I've got all the space. This is the February little bloom kit, because I was using that last week, so it just gives you an idea. Look at that. How much you get? Yeah, £23 something, I think this is a month. And you get absolutely tons of deco. All sorts, and lots of smaller pages of the functional bits and pieces as well. It's so worth it. It's so much for your money. I'll do a proper when the next one comes in, and I have actually got an order as well coming in, so I'll do a proper little bloom haul for you. Oh, got to use that. That is gorgeous. I'm not crazy about stickers that have got girls in them. Some I'll really like them, some not so much, but if it's just got hands and they're like got a book or planning or whatever, I don't know, something about that I really like, so that'll go in. A bit like this. That's all you get to see. That's cool. And like a Kindle, or it could even be an iPad, the Kindle app, which is kind of what I use rather than. I have got a Kindle and I do love it, particularly for a summer's day if you're out and you want to, because of the glare, but for some reason I like the coloured screen, so I tend to use the app on my iPad rather than my actual Kindle. That's fine. So yeah, so I just tend to put them across the middle, so I'm not fully blocking out any space on any particular day, and it just gives it a nice random not random kind of pattern to the day. So like I say, nothing too. See, I say I don't like girls, but that is really pretty. But again, it's kind of like side profile, and she's reading, and it's books and stuff. So I'm actually going to use that because I've gone quite bookish on this week. If I look, there's a book, reading book again. So yeah, I don't mind that one. That one again is not so bad with the back. They're just not my favourite. I don't hate them. Yeah, don't hate them, but again, they're not my general. Won't completely go. So kind of like that one. It is her back, but I don't love that one so much. So these are all very Valentine's-y, these are, but this was the February kit. Love blooms. So put that, needs a bit of foil as well. Again, these are foiled. I haven't used Graceful Muse. These are foiled as well, so they're really pretty. So I just want something for that bottom right corner. So we use another floral corner. I love floral corners. I just think they're really, and I very rarely have a great deal to put in on a Sunday. So I think that will do for this week. I just need to really get over kind of this, because that is quite, it's really significantly true, but it's fine. We'll move in anyway, and we'll just copy across. I'll probably do exactly the same layout, to be fair, because I do love it. The only difference probably is I won't put a calendar in every week. I do like having that there, but that would be a lot to copy out, unless I can get maybe a stamp or some stickers. Need multiple. We'll have a think about that one. So yeah, so that's a mini haul and my setup. So yeah, that's the horizontal and the vertical, and that's the last week of Feb. So thank you so much for popping by and watching. Again, thank you so much for your subs and your continued support. If you're watching, I think there's about 97% of you actually watching that aren't subbed. It means so much to me, and obviously really help my journey on YouTube if you could drop me a subscription. Totally free for you. Just means you'll see my videos as well. They'll automatically pop up for you in your recommended. So thank you very much for coming along. I hope you've enjoyed this. Have a great week. Hopefully I'll see you midweek as well, and happy inking, everybody.